What up, AL's Journey? How we doing? Gotta fix up my keyboard here quick. God damn it. It's one of the things I hate about the Moonlander is tightening these things with an Allen wrench. It's really annoying. Working with Joomla. Isn't Joomla like an old school PHP system? Alright, let's see if I got this even here. Not quite. So let's take this, move that up. Alright, that's close enough. I did enjoy the race yesterday. The race was super good. Joomla's old but maintained. Nice. I feel like I haven't heard about it since I was in like middle school. Okay. Let's get organized here. I still feel like my keyboard's not quite right. Yeah, it checks. Still good experience. All right, we are ready to rock. Let's switch over to this, and we got to figure out why our timer isn't working. I don't know why I have 2 extra machines. I want to shut these down. Should be able to just delete this, yeah? I actually have no idea how to delete a machine. I don't want to delete the app. Do I? No. I don't know how to destroy these old apps. Here we go. No, that's not it. Find builder. Okay. It just got copied somehow. I also realized we're probably going to have to set up a volume for the JSON file. Okay, cool, that worked. So let's go in here and get the logs up. Here we go. And let's come in here and we should be able to run Nix timer. So if I come and run Nix. Oh, it's not even picking up. Okay, we got to fix that. So let's go to Stream Elements and start there. I gotta clean my glasses. We want chatbot, chat commands, and then let's turn off Nix for now. Custom commands, Nix. All right, so that's off. Ooh, dirty glasses, G2G, bye-bye. Bye, Olavo. Okay, buddy, you can go out of the room. Come on, let's go, out. I gotta schedule a new eye doctor appointment. It's been a hot minute since I got my eyes checked. Probably time for a new prescription. What up, Benno? Okay, so we got that off. Now, if I run Nix, all right, so nothing happens. What are we seeing in the logs when that happens? Do we see anything for the Nix? So let's add some more logging. When we get in Chicago, I feel it. So really, we probably want to come here and do something like return effect dot gen function star that. And we want to move this up in there. Something like this. Then we want to say this should be a yield. And then down here, this will return the state. That should work. Timer already running error. Good. All right, now we want to do the same thing down here. So let's say return effect.gen function. Oop. Of the city. Okay, we do that, and then fail will be yield star. Okay, so that should work. And now we can probably log in here. So we should be able to do something like yield star effect.log starting Nix timer. And then we'll do the same thing down here. This will be stopping. So if we hop over, what up, Shroud? The other place we want to look is in our API. Not this API, /server. Oh, this is weird. All right, so we've got some extra logging here. So let's go ahead and deploy this. And we'll do a, oops. Go ahead and add that stuff to our branch. Do a commit. Add logging to Nix timer. And let's do a fly deploy. We should see a new machine deploy. So we should be almost done the Twitch overlay for Nix. I just have some weird bug where it feels like we're having problems in the API server, which is going to be right there. It feels like we're not properly getting the time, and I'm kind of thinking it might be this update effect function. Where do we call start and stop? That will be in our, let's see here. That's going to be in our pub subs subscriber toggle Nix timer. So if we look in here, we get a message. We log that we received the message. We check if the timer is running, which that's an effect. That's part of the problem right there. That was probably the bug. I bet that was the bug. So let's commit -- amend, and let's redeploy. Just working right now. Love to open your stream and working. How's the progress? I'd read that already. Jeez. Monday morning, y'all. I want to listen to... Oh my lord, I'm gonna have to go scold Winnie. Alright, 1 second, chat. Hey, no more. Come here. Come here. No more barbs. That's bad. Stop barking. Okay, so I think we just redeployed again. Hopefully this is working. So let's check the logs. I would assume we should see everything that just spun up. Yeah, everything's starting here. Starting. Nix timer subscriber started, so that's good. Nix timer started. That's actually not what I would have expected to see. Let's what is the name of my Vercel app? I don't remember. So let's go to vercel.com. Open that up, and now we should be able to go to slash Nix timer. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is just going like infinitely forever. So if we do, all right, I want to have the logs up when I do this. If we do Nix timer started. Okay, that's what we're looking for. So we don't see anything over here yet. Current time. Okay, that looks like the timer should be running then. Which means if I come in here and I go Nix timer stopped. That looks good. Okay, we got the time. So we just don't have the bit for determining whether the timer is currently working, running. So let's come in here, and that's going to be, where is that stored? All right, guys, come on. In or out? Let's go. Out. Out. Okay. This is going to be in our overlays folder. So let's go to our overlays. Under source, routes, Nix timer, and then let's start in page.server. Okay, so all we're doing here is returning data from our Nix timer endpoint, which should be fine, which theoretically, if we hit this, I would expect to see, ooh, we need to clear current time. Yeah, when the timer stops, we need to clear current time. So let's fix that real quick. That's going to be in here. Stop. We will say state dot. In fact, we can just return a new state object. We'll just mutate it actually. It's fine. State dot current. That'll be undefined. All right. So let's redeploy that. Fly deploy. We also need to figure out how to set up volumes on here, because there is 2 files we actually want to persist. Volumes create. So we'll want a, the reason we'll want a volume is because we're using a JSON file for persistence. So this is like our little database right here. It's just a little JSON file. Keep it simple. So that's the thing we want a volume for, so it persists through deployments. We'll figure that out once we get through getting this UI right. All right. So now when we query this, I would actually think this might be reset. Yeah. So let's go ahead and say Nix again. And we'll do it again. So now we should get some time here. Yep, there we go. Great. That's what we want. But the other thing we want is we should get the same number over here. Yeah. when the timer's running, we should see it actually running on screen here. Right here, this bit should actually be running, which it doesn't look like it is. So it looks like we probably have our front end logic wrong. So let's see here. Imagine not creating a whole P-SQL database and migration script for tracking that one variable. You're right. We should probably turn this into an event sourcing app, bring in Kafka, bring in like MySQL, track the bin log into Kafka. We can reconstruct the events with a CRDT. It's going to be great. We definitely need all that. All right, so we have this current time does not equal undefined, so that should be true. Actually, I would be curious if we run an effect right here and we say console.log total time and current time, what we get. So we can redeploy that. What is it? Is it that? Nope, that's not the right key. Is it? Yeah, there we go. So let's go to Z overlay, and we're going to say VC. I don't have that. Commit, update, push. Justification for the content. Exactly. So we have this duration. So every 5 seconds, we go and we re-request the data from the server. Okay, so something feels wrong with the reactivity, I'm guessing. Just now. Is that right? Oh, I forgot to fly deploy. Where's that console log coming from? Feels like that didn't redeploy correctly, potentially. Unless that's happening on the server and just logging here too. No. I actually have no idea where that console log's coming from. What do I do at Vercel? I work on the lifecycle team at Vercel. So like our core piece of ownership that we own is upgrades and downgrades. And then basically like kind of the team account / user UX DX around that. Basically from the time a user signs up to the time they churn, or hopefully they never churn, but basically helping with metrics, making sure they're not getting stuck in the app, things like that. What up, Fubar? And also my team randomly owns domains. That's another like random thing we own. I don't know why. Okay, so we should be all redeployed. Let's hit this with a refresh. Good. I don't know where this console log is coming from though. The only console log we have in here right now is really this effect, but it should be, oh, it is. Oh, it's because that interval's rerunning and causing that effect to refire. That makes sense. Okay, so that checks. So if I run, what a Grand Prix yesterday, so much emotion. Dude, I know, it was so good. I wish, obviously Lando and Oscar did better, but seeing Hamilton win again, dude, like, it was so good. Like him hugging his dad after the race. So good. Cool. Are you responsible for when I use the deploy sample / marketplace thing? That it sometimes gets stuck with Supabase. Say more. I do not own the marketplace and integrations, but I can possibly at least get that problem to the right people if you can give me a little bit more information. Especially if you could give me like a loom or something. I can like post that right in the team Slack channel. Okay, so if we start the timer, say mix, timer started, I'd expect to see this starting to come back as not undefined anymore. Because if we query here, let's look at Yak. When we say here, we have our current time. So why? Let me kill this, the Vercel toolbar, because it's adding a bunch of stuff. That we don't need, and it's confusing. Current time is -1. What are we logging over here? 0 and undefined. Current timer start time. So why are we getting that? Which is weird, right? Because like we're hitting the same endpoint here and we're current start time. This should be current start time. And then that gets changed over here. And we'll just do this. It does, it's fine. So let's go ahead and do a Let's do a run build. And this should fix the type errors. Dylan playing 4D chess. His team may not be responsible for that, but he's responsible if you churn. Facts, robot. You see the mental calculus here. I'll give it a go again soon. It was mostly banter than seriousness because I managed to solve the issue. Well, yeah, I mean, genuinely, Jay, like, if you can recreate the issue, I can definitely take a look and at the very least get a ticket open with the team. Because if you're hitting the issue, that probably means other people are hitting the issue, and we should fix that. I don't know if I can talk about how we measure our daily active users and our churn measurements, but potentially we're working on that. Actually, my team is responsible for a bunch of metrics and eventing and stuff as well, which is what I'm working on right now at work. I'm working on a project called Elmo, which I think I've showed a little bit on stream before. Let's see here. Do I still have this in an Excalibur, like my OG design for Elmo? Yeah. Let's see here. Entity lifecycle metrics and orchestration, Elmo. I definitely didn't start with the acronym and work backwards. Yeah, here's like my team's like, I don't know, charter. Platform fundamentals, user activation, user acquisition, user engagement, user retention, and monetization. Marina. If user.name equals J, yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's do I have git status? Say git commit update and do a git push. That'll redeploy. It's funny because like because the project got accepted and it's a relatively high profile project because we're revamping how we do a bunch of our like KPI measurements and OKR measurements and company level measurements. Elmo has become a somewhat important program, and I've got to be in meetings where like execs are saying the word Elmo, and it's so good. I love every second of it. After we get this working, we're gonna play with some ideas I have around implementing durable workflows and sagas in TypeScript if I can get this working. Let's see how I hit this there. Ooh, okay. So that's new. We've got, what the fuck is happening here? Let me disable this again. Oh, we hit a 500. All right, so this should be updating every second. All right, so the duration's never changing. We are definitely getting it updated very quickly, though. Oh, we forgot to give it a 1 second interval, too. So duration doesn't exactly work how I thought it is. So we have to, let's go to date functions. We want the, where's format duration? Format duration. Ah, that's not doing what I thought it did. Maybe that's not what I want. This is probably what we want. Format distance to now. And that's going to take a date. So let's delete that, and we can say current, or we'll do new date, and that'll be current timer start, if I could figure this out. And then we want we'll do this. All right, what's wrong here? Okay, so that looks right. Quick rant, transactional email is a nightmare, and I don't recommend ever having it as a feature even through SendGrid. I've very seldomly seeing a clean implementation of like notifications and emails. Like it almost never works. What should happen is there should be templates owned by the SaaS product, and then there should be a microservice that listens to a queue, and every other service basically just publishes messages to the queue, and the email service picks them up and then forwards it to the SaaS provider. And all the templates and copy can be edited in that service. At least that's my opinion. Paste that in there. I'm in a crisis. That closes that. That closes that. We don't need that one. Okay. I think this might be closer to what we want. So let's go ahead and redeploy. So if we do that, we should see a new deployment kick off. What up, Costa? Not so much notifications, the potential for abuse when you offer customizable email templates. What kind of abuse are you considering? Are you talking about like what's it called when you get flagged by I know I've hit problems where through like SNS on Amazon, like we had to prove that we were getting DDoSed and it was causing emails to send, so we didn't go to the spam. Just came from the beach and saw a notification. Here I am. Okay. This is getting reasonable. I don't know where this null came from. That was probably a redeploy. Okay, this is looking good. This is getting closer. So we want the precision of this. I'm hoping I can set the precision. Include seconds. Let's go. Let's add that up here. Then we can do the same thing. We're getting close, chat. This is almost ready to go live. I'm assuming that this problem is... I don't know what lockdown install is. I'm assuming this is because I'm redeploying. All right, we're building. Go back to the beach. Why aren't we seeing seconds? I don't know what this lockdown install thing is either. It's coming from MetaMask? What? I don't even need MetaMask. Can I just disable this? All right, so what are we doing wrong here? I'm going to start my next cup of coffee, chat. I will be right back. Okay, so I think I figured this out. I think we want interval to duration. Yeah, I think we want that. And then we want to do I think we want to do in here, we're going to do interval to duration. And we're going to say start is 0. End is current start time, which we need to do current start time. Otherwise, that'll be undefined. Do that. So that gives us a duration. And then we want to do format duration. So let's bring that in. Format duration. And we should be able to wrap this. And whatever our options here. Let's see here. Format is going to be, we don't need to change the format actually. We need to update the 0. Let's say true. And then we want a delimiter, and that's going to be our colon. I think this is what we want. This isn't formatting, which is really annoying. There we go. That looks much better. All right, let's try redeploying this. This iced coffee is so bad. Literally tastes like burnt cigarettes. So gross. I just need to finish it. It's like some brand in a jug from like Publix or something. Did that deploy? Yeah, I guess it did. This isn't quite what I would have expected. It's not quite what I would have expected. Let's play with this in the console, I guess. So let's make this full size, And let's go just into the node REPL, or I guess I can go into the bun REPL. And let's import interval to duration from date functions. And then let's do interval to duration. And we're gonna just pass in this number right here. New date, pass it. Copy number. There we go. So that's interesting. What happens if we make this that value, and then we make end date.now? 31 minutes 50, that looks like what we want. And then that's updated every time. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, so start should be current start time. And this should be date.now. And then we'll do the same thing down here. This will be current start time. Nope, not current request cache. Don't even know where that came from. And this will be change the word date.now. Okay, we got that. And let's also come in here and update how we're displaying the total duration, which is total time, which this will be a time in milliseconds. So this is the one we want to bring in format duration. It's not quite what we want. All right, let's just see if this is working right now. One second. All right, so we should be able to actually add a locale here to get this correct. That's going to take a map. That's going to have on it format distance, which will be a function that gets a token and a count. And then from there, we say string count dot pad start 2, 0, like that. So let's take that, yoink that, and put that down here as well. I'm using Moonlander. Have you ever done web dev? If yes, what's the most interesting part to code? We're doing web dev right now. I don't know. I've done a lot of work in web dev around charts. I like working with charting. So we want to be able to go from seconds. I think we want to do like that function we were looking at before, which is it's like format. I think we would want format duration. Mr. Dev Dad, how are we doing? Welcome, Raiders.
Functions describe the
How is
world.
stream? We are working on finishing wiring up this little component to put in my Twitch overlay right now. And to be more specific, we are pretty close. I think the last thing we're gonna have to fix is the total time and then add a volume, which we should be deploying now. Yep. Daddy, chill. Oh yeah, I saw you switch to OS X, Dev Dad. How's it been going? Does it feel better? I imagine it would have to. All right, so we're redeployed. Here we go. All right, we got the running timer. This is exactly what we want. So now if we come in here and we stop the timer, so if I go nix, nix, the timer should stop. The current time should update. Come on. We have a network request every 5 seconds. So that didn't work. What up, Owen? We need a Why didn't that cause a re-render? So if we refresh now, yeah, we have that. If I start the timer, does it work? One, two, three, four, five. No. Okay. Is this data not reactive in Svelte 5? Yeah, I really like Svelte. Because it feels like data should be changing, right? What happens if I just throw in data and we come in here and we look at page.server? Like we should see this refiring like every 5 seconds. Load fired. Thanks. Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm not the one picking music. Chat's the one DJing. Sentient, I almost just spit out my coffee right there. uh... Yeah, sure, Arbit. That'd be dope. How do I get persistence fields? Get. That's sick. And this uses WASM. It's written in C. Damn, that's baller. Okay, so that's the data object getting relogged, right? So what we're seeing is, I would expect if we came here to our logs, we would see load fired showing up in our logs. Maybe not. Because I'm on the wrong deployment. Load fired. Okay, so that is reactive. All right, that hopefully is going to be reactive now. And the other thing we need to figure out is, let me grab this guy here, and we want to figure out how to format this correctly. So let's play around in the REPL with that quick. If we go into bun REPL, let's import our, is that really an interval to duration? Because that's going to be milliseconds. Interval to duration, and we'll say the start is 0 and the end is going to be that. 38 minutes 6 seconds. Yeah. Okay.
Functions describe the world.
And then we're going to say, what is that other date functions? To duration, format duration. If we wrap that with format duration, okay, sure, whatever. And we'll say, should be able to, whoa, that's not what we wanted. Was it Control A to go to the start of the line? Yeah, format, duration, wrap that, Control E to go to the end? Yeah. 38 minutes, 6 seconds. Perfect. That is the code we want. So in here, we're gonna say format, duration. We're just gonna wrap that, and this is gonna be interval to duration. And we're gonna say, put that in an object. Start will be 0. And end will be data. We'll go ahead and throw that there like that. Are we good? No. We need one more. Yeah. And let's get out of this. We'll run a quick format on this. There we go. Let's save everything. And let's do a deploy. This might be done now, minus adding the volume to fly.io. I think we might have it. So let's go to our deployments. We're building. All right, so we're deployed. Refresh. Let's go. So we have a current timer running. So theoretically, I should be able to come in here now and kill the timer, and hopefully we'll get an update in the UI. So if I say Nick's timer stopped, this should up. We should be able to start it again. And we should see it update within 5 seconds. Come on. Let's go! Okay. Oh my god, I have to go deal with these dogs. Hey, what are we doing?
Functions describe the world.
All right, we want to change the styling on this. Let's make the width a little bit longer. So we were at 80. Do we have a number bigger than... Oh, we do. We'll do that. And then we want some more padding. So let's add some padding here. This can actually be, let's make this like 140. Or maybe not, 120. And we'll add some padding. We'll do like a P2. Sure. All right. Oh, what's our warning here? P2 applies as, oh, I already had a P2. Whoops. Let's change it to a P4 then. And we'll recommit that. So we should have 2 deploys going. We can cancel this one. And this one should go. What up, Gucci? Okay, let's see if that styling looks any better. Why did I lose my styling here? That just like nuked my... All right, that should be good. Let's redeploy one more time. The heck, our width got screwed up too. What happened here? That was weird. Still not great. So Command Shift I. Nope, that's not right. There we go. But still not right. There we go. That looks so much better. All right, so now we can come in here and we can add a new, you can actually kind of duplicate this. Copy, paste, reference. No, we don't want to paste a reference. Whatever, we can add a new browser source. This will be Nick's timer. And then we want to come here. I'm going to grab the properties, 800, 600, grab that. And this will be Nick's timer. Where should we put it? Down here. Where do you think we should put this, chat? Something like that. Okay. Something like that. Whoa, what the frack? There. Put it right there. Okay, that looks good. Now the last thing we need to go do is make this a persistent volume on fly.io. Because I should be able to stop this, right? So if we come into Twitch chat now and I say Nix, we should see this stop and update within 5 seconds. First try. First try, chat. Everyone saw it. Definitely a first try. Let's see here. We need to go delete the console logs in here because we don't need that anymore. Got enough, big enough. I know. I love drinking from mason jars though. It's so good. We don't need this logging anymore. That looks good. All right. We need to figure out how to do a volume. So let's recommit. Finish timer. We'll do a git push And now we need to go back to the docs. Whoops, whatever, that's fine. Create manage volumes. So let's redeploy. That should nuke the data, hopefully. Apps can only store ephemeral data on the root, blah, persistent. Yeah, this is what we want. That's fine. Good morning, Yosef. I did have a good weekend. Thank you. All right, so cool. The Knicks, we can see that reset up top above me. So I should be able to come down here and say fly volumes create, and we'll say this is going to be Knicks timer. Warning, every volume is pinned to a specific physical host. You should create 2 or more volumes per application to avoid downtime. Yes. What is this? This is all borked. I guess we will do... No, just do this. Can I just... I don't care where it goes. Yeah, we'll just go to IAD. Oh my lord. Okay, so we need to make this an underscore. Yes. We'll put it at IAD. All right, so we got our volume made. Does that give me something on my dashboard then? How do I persist something? I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so we have this volume, 3 gigs. Don't need that. Is that all I have to do? Does it just, is it a volume for the whole file system, or do I have to point it at a specific directory? I'm trying to make a volume on my Fly.io app, which I don't need 3 gigs at all. That's aggressive. Data when volume is attached to a running machine. How do I attach it to a machine? Do I have to put in my toml? Add volume storage. Can I SSH into a fly machine? Fly SSH. Fly SSH console. Fly SSH issue. All right, let me look at the Docker file because we can just do this the easy way. Our Docker file is, where are you? Up top, Docker. So we're gonna copy into /app. We start in /app. Okay, so if we, let's split there. And in our fly toml, we want a field that says mounts. Come in here. Mounts. And we'll say tab source is going to be equal to the name of the, that'll be Nick's timer. And then destination is going to equal /app/ let's see here, source /overlays, or no, that won't be under overlays. That'll be under Nick's source Nix-timer /persistence. Nix-timer /persistence.json. All right, that seems like it should be right. Maybe. Oh, you're totally right. Good catch. All right. Process group app needs volumes with name next timer to fulfill amounts. Fly volume create next timer. I did that. Isn't that exactly what we did? Like if we go look at the dashboard, right there's a volume. Region 3 megabytes created 7 minutes ago. Source is next timer. Process group app needs volumes. I did this. I literally did this. What is the status? Okay, that's fine. Okay, I literally did this. So if I go back and I do iadd, and then we space and we make this 1. Oh, it's in the, this is in a different region. Let's set that to iadd. That's probably part of the problem. So let's come down here and then try redeploying, I guess. But now I bet I have 2 volumes sitting here. I do. And that's probably not going to connect to either of them. I think we might need that. What's the difference between mounts and mounts? I don't know TOML well enough. TOML double bracket. Oh, okay, I see. It's just adding. So I think I need to come in here and let's fly volumes. Let's delete the ones we have. Fly volumes, destroy. Yeah. And we'll do the same thing. And then we'll come back in and we'll go ahead and create a new one. Okay. And then in our fly toml, we have this, and we want processes, and that's going to equal an array where this should have app in it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if that works. Hopefully this works. Error. Process group app needs volumes with name nix timer to fulfill mounts defined in fly toml. Okay, let's make this. Shouldn't this switch to IAD rather than ORD? Because I updated this primary region. Okay, hold on. Let's just try making this ORD, and then we'll make the volume. Let's destroy. We'll kill that. And then we'll say fly volumes, and we'll put it in ORD instead of IAD. And now let's add. And let's try redeploying that. Okay, so that one's in ORD. This is taking suspiciously long. Okay, so it's just crashing over and over again. Mounting at couldn't mount onto app source nix because it's not a directory. Ah, it needs to be a directory. Right. So if we do that, let's do that and not nix, fly deploy. Dude, don't feel bad for adding songs. Y'all are DJing. Come on, I believe that we can win. Waiting. App source. So it looks like it started. Smoke checks failed. Could not unmount. Source. I wonder if it just needs to be... stopped. We hit a rate limit. Okay. So maybe it's just that. So hard to get right. Fly SSH. That's going to be important in a second. Okay, that looks like we got it this time. All right, let's go check fly again. Let's refresh. All right, we're running. Let's check the logs. Song queue's going. All right, if we hit this, total time is 0. That looks right. Go to volumes, deleting. Great. This should be attached. If we do, I think it's fly volumes list. Attached VM. And if we do fly machines list. Okay, I think we're good. So theoretically, let's just like actually go do some Nix configuration. Let's say we're gonna go update Nix, and let me pop that open, and we'll start our timer. Let me pull up OBS and see if this picks up. Doesn't even look like it's showing up right now. Looks like all of our song queues down too. Okay, there's that one. And there's that one. All right, so if I come in here and we just say start Nix, we should see the timer update in the next 5 seconds. Yep. Yep. Check that out, chat. Which we can see it here too. You guys can see it above my overlay. That looks good. And now let's just say we're going to do Nix flake update. And we'll do a DWC. And then we'll do a DWB. I have to put in my password, so we're going to blur quick. Okay, that's good. And we're done configuring Nix. That's all we needed. So we'll kill the timer. The timer should stop. I spent 46 seconds configuring Nix. And theoretically, if we do a redeploy, we should see add volume. We should maintain that JSON file in that volume. Please work. I'm feeling good about this, chat. I'm feeling good about it. We got a new deployment there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! It didn't persist. Why? I think I know why. I think I know why. Let's try one more thing before I really have to debug this. I think it's because I am committing this. And we should probably add that to our git ignore. We want to ignore source slash Nix timer persistence.json. Let's do that, and let's try fly deploy again. Oh, I guess that needs to be in Docker ignore rather. But that's okay. I want to figure out this fly SSH thing because that's going to make debugging this a lot easier. Oh, we failed a smoke check. All right, so we tried to read the log file and it just crashed. Which should be fine. Because we read in the file here. Or that's not... Where's it at? So we need to return a new effect. So we'll say effect.succeed. And we'll just do I guess that. Something like this. That way, if it crashes or if it fails to read the file, we're just going to map it to an OK case or discard the error. I wonder if there's there's probably like a effect discard error or something. Error. Because this isn't right. I want to just get rid of the error. Effect.website, and let's go to docs, and we want to go to error management. Expected errors. Catch. We probably want catch. Catch all. Yeah, so let's do that. That's what we want instead. So this should be catch all. We'll just make this a string. How do we make invalid JSON? In fact, we can just do, this is gonna be so stupid. That's what we want. Fly deploy. What am I drinking? Iced coffee. Or else. Actually, that's probably what we want, right? We can come in here and we can probably get rid of that, and we can do effect dot try, and in there I think try just takes a single function. Yeah, it takes a thunk, and we'll do JSON dot parse. JSON will, oh yeah, we have it there. And then we can have after that effect dot or else, and this will be the default state. Total time is 0, and yeah, current timer start time is undefined. I guess this needs to be a effect. This will be effect.succeed. And what does this come out to be now? It seems like it's right. So that simplifies that a lot. Yeah, that's what we want. Hey, Christoph. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for putting out stellar Zig content. If y'all aren't following Christoph, I know I don't even know Zig, but I thoroughly enjoy Zig Showtime. By the way, are you writing HTML by hand? I'm using Svelte for the integrations. So if we look here, like this bit, which should be overlaid over my stream, let me refresh that. There it is. Yeah, this is all just Svelte and stuff. All right, so let's redeploy one more time, hopefully. I personally write HTML by toe. Yeah. And hopefully everything actually persists this time. Yeah, there's Svelte has a language server. It's kind of a wrapper around Prettier, TS server, and then their own compiler or parser, I suppose. Well, compiler. It's kind of slow because it's all written in TypeScript, and it proxies calls out to Prettier and TS server, but it does the job. They have this new thing called templates. I'm using Svelte, the Svelte 5 RC, and it ends up looking like here, we'll look at the, whoops, it's the wrong one. This is what like a this is still Svelte 4. Hold on. Next timer is Svelte 5. This is what Svelte looks like. So you have this top part where you can like have your script, and then the rest. I feel like this looks a lot like JSX now, but it still uses things like this. If they have like basically their own little DSL, but they introduced this thing called what is it? Fragments in Svelte 5. Is that what they were called? Or snippets. And snippets make things feel a little bit more like components in React. But it's a lot closer to plain React than, or not plain React, Jesus. I'm React brained. Plain HTML than React is. But yeah, Svelte 5, I'm a huge fan. I don't think I would have liked Svelte before 5 and Runes, but with this, I'm really, really liking it. All right, so that all looked like it worked. Let's refresh that. All right, if we start our Nix timer, let's go ahead and run Nix. So the timer started. We see the timer start on stream. Great. And now let's say Nix. We'll stop the timer. That looked like it worked. And if we redeploy now, do we lose our state? Hopefully the volume persists. I've published a HTML language server implementation. I'm trying to understand the state of things in the extended HTML cinematic universe. Yes, chaos. It's basically the XKCD competing standards meme. I think Svelte is like a sweet spot for me though. I've been working with React since 2015 and getting pretty burned out on it, to be honest. And Svelte just makes the hard things easy, and it is a good abstraction because it guides you to simple solutions, in my opinion. I remember, I think you were working on this on stream at some point, and I caught it. Maybe not. Oh, dude, I love that you built an LSP for this. Or at least it looks like you might have built an LSP for this. Oh, it's a language server in and of itself. Yeah, I see. Dude, Zig's such a nice looking language. Damn it, chat, we still lost our state. All right, let's figure out if I can actually SSH into this machine. Fly SSH console, and I think it's oh, that just worked. All right, so we have in here change directory source list Nix timer. Persistence.json. Really? I don't have any of that. If we start our Nix timer again, we should see it start. Yep, it's starting. Okay. Now let's kill it. And now let's redeploy again. Fly deploy. Because when it shuts down, it should write that to disk, which should be persisted to the volume. I wish I could like look at this volume on here. All right, let's reconnect. For cell engineer complaining about fly IO. Fair, Dave. Listen, I need a long-running process, okay? We don't have long-running processes. Otherwise, I would... All right. Please have the JSON file. Fuck! Do I have to add that to the Docker file? Docker file, add chat. Yoink. Please add a volume to this Docker file that is located at /app/source nix timer. Yeah, just update it. Well, that was easy enough. All right, let's try that. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, chat, while this is deploying. See you, Christoph. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's reconnect. Source/nix. Okay. Now if we touch persistence.json, and let's just redeploy again and see if that, I would hope now that that foo.text and persistence.json would be volume mounted. Can I mount a single file? E.g. nix timer/persistence.json. All right, so I'm definitely inside a Docker container. Frick. I'm clearly not understanding how to do this. Good morning, JD. volume mount a file on fly IO. All right, I'm gonna figure this out off stream because I don't feel like working on this anymore. And for our last couple minutes, we're gonna switch over to a project that I'm just like prototyping on. This like idea of durable workflows, which I'm just like playing around with some APIs in here. So we're gonna play around with this for the last couple minutes. So we have this workflow definition. I want to use Zod. So in here, I was using archetype, but I think I'd rather use Zod. Okay, import that. And then let's just say, let's turn off these. And we'll say we want a user ID on this, which will be a string. And then, yeah, let's just say that. And we need to be able to infer. This input is going to be Zod schema, I think. Expected 2 arguments, but got 3. All right, so we want to get this experience where we say the API I'm going for here is like we make this workflow definition. We say we have this input. Let's just add another count ID. We'll say this is a z.number. And I want this Zod schema. What does this return? Let's say const x is going to equal that. Paste that in. It's a Zod object. Yeah. Zod object. So input is going to take some sort of, let's give it a generic here. This will be a Zod object, or not really, it's going to be a Zod. Is a Zod object a subtype of Zod schemas? Has to be, right? Output def, Zod type def, input is equal to the output. So our workflow needs to take a This will be input schema, and this is going to be optional, and that'll be a Zod schema, I guess. Right, because I needed that be like, let's just say T for now. This will be T. All right, so this is the API we're going for right here. Which is wrong. Because this should be a Zod schema where it's like user ID is a string and account ID is a number. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can we infer durable workflows like API or user acceptance of documents and stuff like that. Durable workflows would be like distributed transactions, like making sure that like if you have a bunch of different steps or functions or things that need to happen during a request, but they're scattered across different services and maybe data stored in different places, or maybe you have to go update state in a third-party service. You want to make sure that all of those steps happen successfully, and if they don't, they roll back, which is really hard to do when you're working in a distributed system. So we're playing around with that. See, that's not what we want. We need to infer. Yeah. How do you infer with Zod? I forget that syntax. Let's go to Zod.dev, close tab to the right. And where's the inference thing? Type inference. Z.infer. Z.infer type of this dot input schema. I wonder how libraries do this. How does TRPC do this? So this bit right here looks like the important thing. Okay, chat. We're going to call it there, and we'll be back tomorrow. And hopefully I will figure out the volume problem, and yeah, we can get that working. Otherwise, we might just dump it into like I don't even know, I guess a Redis instance or something. We've got Christoph. Tej is going. What's Tej doing today? Writing Markdown, but accidentally over-engineering everything. Tech support's going. Let's do Texo. Tech support is one of my favorite people to follow on Twitter, so go show them some love. They're probably writing... Oh, they're writing some TypeScript. Yeah, let's go hang out. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 7, y'all. My fan's been nice. See you, y'all. Have a lovely Monday.